specific interest in you is primarily because you were a part of a corporate which were providing editorial services, and now you have your own business, your own company, which provides the same editorial services to various publishing houses. So from a corporate to freelancer is what Vivek Kumar is today, right?
Yeah, perfectly correct.
Coming to your decision to become a freelancer, tell me a little about it.
I had been in the industry for around 15 years.
Okay.
And I was like, at the end of it, for the last 1 year, I was getting restless.
Okay.
You can even say I was getting less rest.
Okay, well said.
I was not like getting enough time to spend with my wife or with my daughter. And I had to spend 6 hours commuting, which I would say was a criminal waste of time. And one day I decided like I have had enough, and I like.
So this decision was purely based on you not able to handle so much of time that you're losing in travel, not spending time with your parents, right? Or with your family.
Yeah, that was the primary factor. And secondly was like I had a good designation, but then I had responsibilities, but that was not backed by enough authority to fulfill those. So frustration was like setting in. So I decided why not do it on my own terms and conditions. I know my craft, I know my skills, and I know that there is enough demand in the market.
Absolutely.
So let's do it my own way and provide others also an opportunity to associate with me.
And so this 15 years, were you at one corporate or you were at various organizations?
It was like at 4 different organizations. And the first one was a book publishing company called Orient Paperbacks. If you must have read a few joke books from Kushwant Singh.
Sure.
Then it was Avatar. At that time it was actually called Tech Books Electronic Services Private Limited.
Very true.
Then I went back to SPI. That's another big BPO based in, like the headquarters is in Philippines.
And then you came back again to Avatar.
Yeah, they called me again because they were getting a new client. And I had handled the same client, but I had handled the journals thing.
Interesting. So a very well thought move after a good solid 15 years experience in the corporate. I have a question. How safe and secure is freelancing as a career decision?
If a person is like good enough in his skill area or core area and has a good network of contacts, then I would say it's the safest career decision to make if once someone has spent so much of time in the corporate industry.
And you thought you had that to do in you. And why should publishers or KPOs be interested in freelancers?
Well, publishing has a cycle. There are peaks and there are valleys. And no publisher, because they are primarily running a business, they will recruit keeping the peaks in mind. They will take an average, this is the number of people we need. But there will be times when there will be surplus, there will be times when there will be staff turnover in their organization. So that is the time when they can look to freelancers.
I've heard about a lot of these kind of corporates. They have, let's say, a certain number of people and they outsource these jobs to freelancers. And which is why you feel there is enough work for freelancers.
I would say more than enough work.
And if you really have those skills, and if your skills get accepted in this bigger organization, so you need not be part of the organization, but you can still service such organizations.
Correct.
Excellent. And I mean, as a starter in freelancers, what were your initial hurdles?
I would say I didn't face any hurdles, although somebody with less experience will obviously face a lot of hurdles. The person needs to make sure he has enough money in the bank to take care of the initial 2-3 months, because that is the time that is taken for the first payments to come. And they have to be careful about what rates they quote, and they have to take care to ensure that there's enough work coming in, like they're not idle. So these are the hurdles.
So these are the few things that you need to take care when you're starting out as a freelancer. Anything else?
Yeah, like there are a lot of companies who will test you,
Okay.
but when you ask for the test result, they will say, okay, you have done fine, but the rates that they offer will be too low. So you will waste a lot of time doing free samples, which I will caution people against doing.
Okay.
They should first get an idea about the rates,
Okay.
and if they know they are good enough and the rates and the efforts don't match, then they shouldn't be doing free samples.
Okay, so this is a very important tip that you're giving to a lot of freelancers. Don't get used on free samples and tests and other things.
Yeah.
Be very clear about your business terms. Right?
Yeah.
How big you think is the pool of freelancers in India? How India is like in terms of freelancers?
I would say India is not really at a good footing when it comes to freelancers, because there is no professional organization that brings all the freelancers together, or gives them a launching pad or certifies them that this person is good enough to work as a freelancer. So people are working in isolation.
Correct. Though there are of course a lot of these LinkedIn groups people form and a lot of people join these LinkedIn groups, but you are saying that there is just like there's a labor union or there is XYZ union, there is no such association of freelancers in India. Is that what you're trying to do?
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. If there was an association, then both the publishers and the freelancers will benefit out of it. Because the freelancer can apply to the organization, get certified, and the publisher can then approach that organization and they can get certified freelancers. They don't have to conduct tests of their own. So they are getting somebody ready-made, who is ready to start work from day one.
And you think such associations do exist in the Western countries?
Yeah, they have more than enough.
Okay.
There's an organization by the name of Editorial Freelancers Association in USA. And there is Society of Editors and Proofreaders in UK. And Canada has its own association, Australia has its own, Europe has its own, but it's in India where freelancing is yet to get a formal organization. Although I have tried my part by getting in touch with these organizations, whether we can start a chapter here.
Right.
And they are okay with that, but I need more people to support the idea.
Also, I believe most of the freelancers in India, they really don't start full-fledged. They do small jobs. They're very secretive. They don't reveal a lot of information about themselves. That could be one reason where freelancers do not interact freely, and that is the reason such associations don't get formed. Right? Coming to skills, how do you compare skills of, let's say, freelancers within this part of the world and, let's say, the Western countries?
There are areas in which Indians have an edge, and there are areas in which the Western freelancers have an edge. And obviously there is an area in between where India has good ones as well as bad ones, and the foreign or the Western counterparts are equally good or bad.
One such area where Indians are good?
It's styling and markup, like the technical or the mechanical things, or something that can be automated. So consistency is something where consistency or formatting, these are two areas where Indians really excel. And the Western counterparts don't really pay that much of attention. They feel that it's not the real copy editing. But I define copy editing as a two-step process. One is where you clean up the document, make it consistent as per a particular style, format it, and then you pay attention to the content, do the language